Okay, across the road. This way. Is this a real Civil War cannon or not? How can you tell? It's old. No. Well, let me ask you this. Why is it this color?
Oh, because it's like oxidizing because of the copper.
Yeah, it's oxidized. It's not rust. When you put bronze outside, one of the elements of bronze is copper. You put copper outside for green. What color is the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, it's made out of copper sheets, right? So these are bronze cannons. Okay, they're called 12-pounder smoothbore Napoleons. And the reason that you can tell that they're real, and this is true of any Civil War cannon anywhere you go, town square, reenactment, doesn't matter. Look at the muzzle. This is the muzzle. If there's anything written out here, if you can make out any writing, it's a real cannon. What you'll see here is a unique serial number to that cannon. You'll see when it was built. This was built in 1863 in Augusta, Georgia. That information is here as well. You'll see where it was built. This was built in Augusta, Georgia, as I said, and you'll see the inspector's initials. All that information is here. If you see that on a Civil War era cannon, it's real. If it's completely smooth, like it was sanded, that's a reproduction. Now, I'm not aware of any bronze cannons anywhere in the country that are reproductions. It's very expensive. It's a very highly regulated industry. This barrel weighs 1,280 pounds. That's a lot of metal to cast, and that's how you do it. You have to cast it. You have to melt it and cast it. So this color cannon, all these bronze cannons that you see on the battlefield, every single one of them is real Civil War cannons. Okay? As I said, they're called 12-pounder smoothbore Napoleons. They fire a 12-pound cannonball, distance of 1.5 miles. You see those white buildings over there? They're 1 mile away. We can hit those. Pretty accurate. They're called smoothbores because the inside of the barrel is smooth. It fires a round cannonball. They're called Napoleons because they were actually invented in France. And the ruler of France at the time was Emperor Napoleon III. And they were named in his honor. So call them Napoleons or 12-pounders. They'll call them bronze guns. Because those little guns over there are also made out of bronze, but those are 8-pound howitzers. They don't have anywhere near the range or power of these cannons. Okay? Call them Napoleons, 12-pounders. We took a crew of 6 to 10 men to fire it. We're going to do it with this crew of 6 plus me. So if I gave you a number, you answer the question correctly, go to that side of the cannon. I gave you a number, you answered the question, you go to that side of the cannon. If you answered the question correctly, I gave you a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's my crew. I'm going to get in jobs. I'm going to go through each step that's required to fire this cannon, and then we're going to do it. Okay. Who's the fastest runner here? Tanner? Put this over your shoulder and head. Stand right over there. Who's the second fastest? Katie? Katie, come over here.
Kaden.
Kaden. Kaden. Okay. Which one of y'all like to make things with your hands? You go over there. No, you go over there. Yeah, you get all the good jobs. Okay, here's my crew. Let's say that you just fired the cannon, you rolled it back, what's the very first thing you have to do before you reload the cannon? Yes, sir.
Just put like that thick thing with like on here.
Yeah, does anybody understand what it is? So take that thick thing and put it up, yeah. We have to clean the barrel. Black gunpowder, which is what they used during the Civil War, very coarse material, thick grains, didn't burn that efficient. a very highly technical term that they use in the military. Gun behind, and that builds up, and you don't clean it out, and you fire it. Get all that gunk out of it. Another reason we want to clean it. Anybody know what it is? We're about to put a very high. So the barrel's what? No, it's not going to hurt the inside of the barrel. We're about to put a very highly flammable bag filled with 2.5 pounds of gunpowder inside this barrel. If there's something burning from the last firing, what's going to happen? It's going to ruin his day. There'll be pieces of him all over the place. We don't want that to happen now, do we? No, okay. So we're going to clean the barrel. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to do it exactly the way that I do it. We would put a bucket of water right here. He has a tool called the sponge range. On one end is a big sponge. It's that long. It's about that big around. 6 foot long wooden rod, that big around. On the other end is a ram. So he's standing here like this, waiting for us to go. Right hand up here. Yeah. I'm sorry, left hand up here. Left hand. Like this. Dip the sponge in the bucket of water. Stand back here. Run it up and down the barrel 3 times. Make that look it all the way. Down. Back. Pristine hands as it goes. Let's go scrub the barrel. Bring it up here and take the position again. Hole right here that goes down into the stage. That's how we get fire in the gun. We need to stop this up. That sponge is real big and it will, as you push it down, pull it back up, push it back, stops up. No air and water means no fire. Right? Okay. So what are we going to use to stop this up? We're going to use Mary's thumb, her left thumb specifically. Now this cannon's going to get really hot. If she were to take her bare thumb after we fired it a few times to do that, it's going to burn straight down to the bone in about that much time. You need to stick the thumb. We use this. It's called a thumb staller. It's made of very thick leather. That's going to protect your thumb. So use your left thumb. Okay, see that? Protection. All right, step forward a little bit. Face that way. Big thumbs up like this. Hand closed and push thumb like that. You can't do anything until she does this. Okay? Now you're ready. So go ahead and clean it up. Watch this, guys. You might want to. All right, look at that realism.
It's not.
He's up in there. All right, pull it out. There you go. Back to position. Now we're ready to load. Where's the ammunition, guys? Is it right here? No. Not yet. It's 20 yards away. Why is it so far away? In case it blows up, it doesn't kill me. They are toast, but I'm not. Okay? There's an ammunition wagon. And in the ammunition are 3 kinds of ammunition. I'm going to talk to you about 2 first. First kind of ammunition is called solid shot. It's just that. It's a round cannonball that weighs 12 pounds. It's 4 inches in diameter. If we wanted to knock those buildings down, that's what we would use. We just hit it so many times and poked so many holes in it, it would eventually fall down. Okay? 3/4 of the ammunition, more than that, used during the Civil War was exploding shells. So take that cannonball, hollow it out till the walls are about 1/4 of an inch thick. Stuff it full of gunpowder and about 50 iron marbles as big as your thumb. Put a fuse on it that tells the wind to blow up. Cut that fuse for just long enough to allow the shell, it's called a shell, to reach the air over the enemy and blow up above their heads. I don't care what you see in the movies, they did not blow up when they hit the ground. If you blow up a shell when it hits the ground, where's half the fragments go? In the ground, doesn't hurt anybody. Blow it up in the air, there's that Newton thing, you know, everything comes down. Okay, so they're all designed to be airborne, what they're called. So 3 things have to happen in order for that to work. I have to judge the distance accurately. That's not too much of a problem. I'm very well trained. You have to cut the fuse to burn just the right time to allow the shell reach the arrow. What happens if it burns too fast or you cut it too short?
Too fast?
Yeah, it's called a short round. It blows up before I want it to. Maybe over my own guys. That would not be good. What happens if it burns too slow or we cut it too long? You have an overshoot. Might hurt somebody, might not. I don't know. If it doesn't burn at all, that's done. Another higher technical military term. It's not an exact science, is what I'm getting at. Okay? It may take me 2 or 3 rounds to find the range, those buildings, but once I do, I can hit it repeatedly. And if I've got 4 cannons all firing at the same time at it, that's always not going to last very long. Okay, so those are shells. I'll tell you about the 3rd kind of ammunition in a minute. So we want to shoot at the troops around those white buildings. So I'm going to want shells with fuses that are how long? I happen to know from vast experience that it's going to take 4 seconds for a round fire from this cannon to reach the air over this building. So I want my shells cut. I want my fuses cut to burn for 4 seconds. Back at the ammunition wagon are the different kinds of ammunition. And when he gets word of what I want, I'm going to send word to Victor what I want. He's going to take a fuse. Now these are not firecracker fuses, guys. These things are about that big around, and they're that long, and they're marked with time increments. When he gets the command for 4-second fuses, he's going to take a fuse, cut it off at the 4-second mark. One end is threaded. He's going to put that into a hole in the shell and hand the shell to Hayden. Hayden's going to take that shell, tie it to a 2.5-pound bag of gunpowder, fuse facing the gunpowder with a leather strap. And then all of that goes in the bag and it's brought back to me. You're going to keep doing that until I tell you to do something else. Okay, so next time he comes back, you got something ready for him.
Let's just get it right here in front of me, please.
All right, so 4-second fuses is what I need, right? You might want to hurry. I'm aiming the cannon while that's happening. I put a sight right here. I aim down the barrel. If I need to go up or down, I rotate this screw. That does this. If I need to go left or right, it's really easy. I would have a 7th person back here holding onto a wooden bat that goes into these iron rings. There's no weight back here. If this weren't screwed in the ground, I could lift this trail, it's called the trail of the carriage. I could lift this up myself. All the way centered up there. So, according to my directions, my man back here would just inch it left or right until it's where I want it. Now they tell him stop. So now we're in. So, okay. Hey, front. No, wait, come back. Everybody see how he's walking? Who's over there? Enemy, what are they doing? Yeah, what happens if a bullet hits them? Yeah, we're all dead. So, protect it with your body. Come over here. Put your feet right where I have mine. Right there. Okay. I'm going to move you around, okay? I'm going to put lay on here. It's the very best place you can be. Okay? Right. Turn right again. Well, hey guys, is that a good place for her? No, it isn't. But that's where she has to be. So she's going to load the cannon. Right hand open flat. Reach in there, take 14.5 pounds. You can take both hands. Shell and powder, put it in there. No, so get some more weight from me back there. Your job is done. You're over here. The shell is here, the powder's here. We need to get this down there. What are we going to use? The sponge ram. He's standing here like this, waiting for things to develop. Swing the sponge ram up so that the ram is now on his left. Take a step over here, ram that shell down, and hack it in, pull it out, and step back. Go. Okay. The shell is here, the powder's here. We need to poke a hole in this powder bag, and we need to make sure nothing is obstructing this bit. So we are going to do this. called priming wire. Right in. Good hold of that. Hard grip. Up there. Left like that. Holes in the powder bag. We need fire. What are we going to use? We need something that won't get blown out by the wind or rain. We need to have something that's reliable, and we need to have something that's instant data. This is a friction primer. This is a brass tube. It's full of gunpowder and fulminate of mercury. Very explosive combination. This end is crimped. This end is sealed with wax. When I pull the pin, which I'm holding on to, that generates a spark. This thing blows up. If it's in this position, where does flame go? Down. Exactly what we want it to do, right? We're going to pull this with our fingers. I don't want to be behind this can when it goes off. How about we put a hook on a string and then tie the string to something that we can hold on to. Here's a hook. Here's the string. Put it out. Mary needs to come over here. Feet a little bit further apart. Do a nice stance. Do that with your right hand. You guys know what that means? Live long and prosper. Put it down. Down here. Hold it this. Alright, so put your weight on your right foot. When I gave you the command fire, what you're going to do is shift your weight from your right foot to your left foot. Bend your left knee. Swing your arms across your body just like this, and up like this. Okay? Try that. Yeah, bend that left knee. Okay, don't have to do it real hard. Just a nice steady pull out of it. Okay, wait until I say fire. See it? One more command before we shoot this thing. That's all clear. Remember I said you don't want to be behind the cannon. You're running back and forth, you're fine. You're 20 yards away. They're not 20 yards away, obviously. 20 yards away would be on the other side of the road. I don't want anybody running back and forth across the road. So we're just going to pretend that they're 20 yards away. You want to step behind the barrel, beside the wheel, same as you. By behind the barrel, I mean behind this, because there's going to be a 12-foot spout of flame coming out of the end of this cannon when we fire it. And you don't want to be in front of it either. So once I'm satisfied that everybody's out of the way, then I can give the command to shoot. Now, you may want to cover your ears. It's going to be really loud. Go ahead. Over here. Come on. No casualties on my ears. All right. You ready? You ready? No! I didn't say fire yet. You gotta wait for me to say fire. You ready? Fire! Boom! Got their attention. There's nothing in the world I'd rather do than shoot. But I have two problems. You may have noticed I don't have any answers. The other problem I have is that this is considered by the Park Service to be fireworks. We can't do fireworks on federal property. So all I can do is tell you what would have happened. Here's what would have happened. Hold the pin with the lantern. This blows up. The remains go 12 feet up in the air. Jet of flame flies down into the gunpowder, igniting the gunpowder. It's packed. It explodes. That explosion lights the fuse on the shell and sends the shell off on its merry way to create death and destruction. If everything happens according to plan, in 4 seconds that shell will blow up over the enemy, raining hot metal shards and bullets down on any telling line. Where is this cannon? How far? You'll never see it inside. Reenactors never use more than a pound of gunpowder. It's expensive and it's dangerous. How much gunpowder does it use? 2.5 pounds. Okay. The movies, when you watch Civil War movies, they never use more than 8 to 10 ounces of gunpowder in a bag of white flour. What's white flour for? Make it look like smoke that very rapidly dissipates. They want you to see the movie. If you fire this thing for real, several things are going to happen. You're going to have a huge cloud of smoke. This cannon is going to jump 2 feet up in the air, and it'll roll 9 feet back. So it's way back there. My crew has to get a hold of it and roll it back into position as close to where it was as possible. So all I have to do is fine tune the aim. My position is actually to stand over here with a pair of field glasses, binoculars, looking at the effect of my round. So that when they get it back into position, all I have to do is come over here real quick and fine tune the aim. How long does all that take to do one shot? To do all those steps?
1 minute.
You got 1 minute over here. 5 minutes? 3 minutes? 30 seconds is correct. Yeah. Everything happens at the same time. While he's getting the ammunition, I'm sighting it, he's cleaning it. They're cleaning. So that when the ammunition comes back, all I have to do is load, prime it, and go. So, you're filming this. One of y'all have a phone?
Alright.
No, you're gonna be busy. I don't need it.
No.
Put it, you got a timer on it?
Yeah.
Okay, set it for 0 when I say go, start it, and when I say boom, stop. Okay. Perfect. The third kind of ammunition that we use is called canister. The most dangerous thing for an infantry. Tin can, that big, filled with 27 2-ounce iron golf balls. When you fire the can disintegrates, and you just turn the cannon into a giant shot. You use it against an enemy at range of less than 400 yards. See that second line of brush going right to left of the white buildings? That's 400 yards. Once the enemy gets to that position, I'm going to start using canisters. If they get to the fence, to the left, it goes right to left, that fence, behind the first line of brush. That's 200 yards. If the enemy gets there and cut the powder charge off the second round, throwing that in there too. That's going to give me 54 iron balls. And at that range, 200 yards, those 54 iron balls are going to be packed into an area only 20 feet wide. At 100 yards, 10 feet wide. There's no place to hide. You got 4 cannons, all firing double loads of canister at the enemy out there. It's not a chicken who can live out on that field. Chickens are pretty fast. So, we're going to use canisters with enemy troops that are coming from us. What you guys need to do is do your jobs quickly. Don't rush. If you rush, you'll make a mistake. That'll slow us all down. So be sure of what you're doing. Your first job is to clean it. Your second job is to, once she loads it, to ram it down. You have one job. That's run back and forth. Canister is already put together. It comes back here with the canister round and take one strong bag. Okay? You have 3 jobs. First one is to do this. Nothing happens until you do that. As soon as you've done that, take that pick out of your pocket, put the point in this hole, and hold it there until he's rammed the shell home. Once the shell is home, do that, put it back in your pocket, and then hand me just the hook. Just the hook. Just the hook. It's on the string. It's in your right hand. Just the hook. Just hand me the hook and then go over there and get ready to pull the lanyard when I say fire. Got it? Sure. Okay. All right, you ready, ma'am?
Yep.
All right, here come the enemies in the canister. Go. Ma'am, whoa, whoa. Go. Up. Pick ready. Load it. Not yet. Here, hold it. Now. Yeah. Pocket. Here. Position. All clear. Fire. Boom. Okay, we can do better than that. Okay, now you're gonna have to go faster. Okay? Now you know what you're supposed to do, right? Okay. All right, we're gonna do it again. Wait a minute. Remember, Mary, nothing happens until you do that. As soon as I say go, cheers. As soon as you're done with that, up here. Then do that. Okay? Got it? Okay, ready? Ma'am? Ready?
Safe. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Live here.
we saw
We're slacking off here. All right, you ready? Go. Now. All clear? Fire. Boom.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. So, do we normally fire that fast? No. Unless you're firing canister. If you're firing canister, we want to throw as much iron in that direction as even possible. So people want to get them to fill up. If we were firing shells or solid shot, we would fire no more than one aim shot per minute. Give me time enough to re-aim the cannon. Still, you put 4 cannons like this, all firing at the same time, 2 shots off a minute. That's a lot of iron. Attacking cannons is very difficult and very dangerous. Anybody have any questions about cannons? Who's the gentleman on the horse behind me? Behind me. Who's that guy? We're on a Confederate battle line. Yeah, it's General Lee on his favorite horse, Traveler. That's the most accurate depiction of Lee and his horse that exists in statue form. That's what the man looked like right after the war was over. This is the Virginia State Monument. It's placed here in 1917. It was the first and is the largest southern state monument on the battlefield because Virginia had more troops than anybody else on the southern side. What's he looking at? Yeah, the Union line. Specifically, he's looking at George Meade. See this fence here? Follow it around till it disappears. Once it stops, look to the left. You see it was another statue of a man on a horse. Does everybody see it? On the other ridge.
Oh, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah. Yep.
Who's that?
The other gentleman.
George. The other gentleman. George Meade. The winner of the battle. Okay, let me get this straight. George Meade won the battle of Gettysburg. You know, when you get that on the test, now you'll be able to answer. And then don't know if it's going to be a joke. It's a field trip, but you always have to test out the field trip. All right, so what are we looking at on this big dome with a statue on top of this Pennsylvania monument. Biggest one on the field because they have more troops here than anybody else, and that's where we are. It's on Cemetery Ridge. Red Barn is on the Gettysburg Road Ridge. That's this side. It's between us and Cemetery Ridge. The house is to the left of those trees. You can barely see the house now. You would have seen it very plainly because there aren't even trees over there. Then there's the Pointed Monument. That's for the United States regular troops. Regular troops were in the Army before they had started. They're not state volunteers. They're not from a state.